So you sprained your ankle and it hurts a ton. The first thing that everybody wonders is, did I break anything? Do I need to go get an x-ray? My name is Rob Drenning. I'm a physical therapist. I'm going to tell you what the guidelines are to know when you do or don't need to worry about getting an x-ray. So when you first sprain your ankle, it can swell and can bruise a lot. The ligament damage can create a lot of that swelling, so can bone damage. So to the visual eye, a lot of those injuries look the same. So here are the guidelines that we use to decide when you do or don't need to get an x-ray. If your mechanism of injury is very traumatic, or you're just not sure even after you go through these guidelines, I always recommend that you get an x-ray. When in doubt, rule it out. It's not bad to go get an x-ray and have it be negative, then you know for sure. So if you're unsure, please do just go get one. But here are the guidelines that we use as healthcare providers to decide whether you do or don't need an x-ray. The first one is if you're unable to put any weight on it for 4 consecutive steps, either right after your injury or when you're being seen. If that's the case, an x-ray is indicated for you initially. That's also common with just an ankle sprain, and it's always good to get an x-ray just to make sure there's nothing going on with the bone. If you can put weight on it, even limping, that still counts, that's okay. If you can do that, then you want to check the tenderness around the bones. And the bones on the outside of the ankle, on the back edge of what's called the lateral malleolus, the outer ankle bone, if the lower part of it is tender to the touch or right on the bottom tip, that's an indicator to go get an x-ray. And the same rule applies to the inner ankle bone called the tibia. If it's tender on the back lower side of it or right on the tip of it to the touch or to pressure, then it's a good idea to go get an x-ray and make sure there's nothing else going on. Now when you roll your foot or sprain your ankle, pains happen in the foot as well. So the same rules apply. If you can't put weight on it for 4 steps, you do need to go and they'll get a foot x-ray. If you have tenderness basically on the inside or the outside of where your arch is at its highest, right on those bones, the inside bone and the outside bone, then it's also a reason to go get an x-ray. That outer edge of your foot or right where your arch is the highest, that bone that kind of sticks out, if that's really tender to the touch, it's a good idea to go get an x-ray. I hope that helps give you some clarity, but again, if you're unsure, just go get it to make sure. It won't hurt. But keep watching these videos to learn what to do when you sprain your ankle and how to manage it properly to reduce your risk of future episodes.